Testing. 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 Hi guys. Welcome everybody. How's it going? We're just out here today talking to the public, and we're gonna spend an hour out here. I had to leave my previous location because the signal got intercepted somehow. Not really sure how. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try? Just getting some critical thinking going today. Hi. Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I got 2 of you in here, and we went from 28 people down to 0 because my signal got intercepted. So, unfortunately, we had to restart it. Yeah. What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? How are you? Nice to see you. And here's the other side. Why aren't you vegan yet? So we're gonna ask people these questions. We're out here in public and asking people why they're not vegan yet. That's our whole goal for the next hour. Welcome newcomers to the chat. So we're gonna hopefully engage some people and get some people thinking a little bit. Yes.
Can I ask
Go,
you
guys.
questions?
Oh, you can ask me. Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it you're supposed to ask us the question?
Yeah, but it can be
wait,
the other
well, I
way
wanna hear the
around too. What was your question right off the bat?
What is your number one reason why you are vegan?
That's amazing. Okay, so number 1 is the animals. That's number 1. That's what it comes down to at a crux level is the animals. When we vote for products, we're either doing a binary thing. We're either voting for systems of direct animal exploitation or we're voting for systems that do not have direct animal exploitation. A lot of people bring up, oh, what about the plants? What about the crop deaths? And this is a moot argument in terms of what I kind of how I just framed it.
Right.
But the animals, it was about 12 years ago, and I watched a speech, and it basically made me think. And I realized I didn't need anything nutritionally from an animal because you don't. You don't need anything nutritionally from an animal at all, nothing. And so the question is, why are we doing this to them? That's where the stark implications kind of start. So I'm out here. The 3 questions are basically, do you know what veganism is? Are you against animal abuse? And then how do you balance that if you're against animal abuse, but you still pay for animal abuse? So essentially, that's the crux of the thought experiment. But what are your thoughts on that? And I hope you don't mind. This is my YouTube live. I just come out. I have conversations. So hi, guys. We only have a few people. I just started. But what do you think about that? What I just dropped?
Well, I definitely haven't thought about it in the sense that, not being vegan is parallel to animal abuse.
Yeah, exactly. And it's because we've been taught to think exactly like that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, as far as we're so disconnected. Are you familiar with the term cognitive dissonance?
Yeah.
Okay, so cognitive dissonance, this is the chief thing at play in what we're talking about right now. So control narratives that kind of frame language and frame dynamics and frame supply and demand, They want you to kind of be disconnected from it. But the reality is, we are the financiers. So, if there's like another instance, there's a hitman that goes out and I know, but it's analogous, and he takes out somebody, right? And we pay him to do that. We're not directly going to have physical blood on our hands,
Right.
but we will have,
Metaphor.
we will have it culpable
Right.
blood on our hands. So that's how I would challenge you to think about it, instead of, I'm not doing it, I'm just paying somebody to do it. If you were to see how these systems worked, I doubt anybody here could actually exact what these slaughterhouse workers exact. It's crazy. And the crazy thing is, we pay for them to go crazy too, because a lot of them just lose their minds.
Oh.
They gotta see this every day.
Right.
My previous place, I had some pictures, but I couldn't bring it out today because it's too windy. But it generally showcases what we pay for, and they're not nice pictures, obviously.
Right.
And a lot of us are just disconnected from food. What would be the biggest thing stopping you guys from going vegan?
Honestly, for me, I have a hard time just finding, I guess, good proteins. That,
Yeah.
I know that legumes such as like beans, or there's a Middle Eastern like variant of a bean. I forget the name of it.
Oh, cool.
I know that those are good.
My
sources
wife
of
might know.
protein.
She's not. I don't know if she's watching right now,
Yeah,
but she might know.
It's okay. But ever since I was little, I can't think of like,
Yeah.
I don't enjoy salads.
Yeah,
or-
yeah. I can touch on that. Like salads in general. Like, a lot of people think, oh, vegans, all they eat is salads and beans and grass and all this stuff that has no flavor, no texture, no seasoning, no sauce, right? So I've been vegan like 12 years, and the picture that I had, which I don't have right now, which I wish I did, showcases all the stuff that I eat, like burgers and chicken and cheese and milk, but vegan versions of, So plants ran through heating, cooling, and pressure, and then veggie patty, and then chicken tender. No cholesterol, no death, no suffering. Not saying that's the healthiest way to go. It's not. Whole food plant-based definitely is, like the
Right.
beans you're talking about. But you can find those seasonings, those tastes, those texturings, and you can kind of really find everything you enjoy if your why is strong enough to seek it out. Like taste is one thing, and I got a card before you go that can give you resources to
Yeah,
find the
that'd be
tastes
great.
and the nutrition. Like people still, even though I'm pretty keen on nutrition. I've worked in the space for a while. They still, believe what they believe, and the fact of the matter is, you can get every single essential amino acid from every single fruit and vegetable. Even an orange has a complete profile. There's a few outliers in there, like very obscure variations. I don't even know the names of them, but 99% have every single amino acid. So what it comes down to really is eating enough calories on a day-by-day basis. And that's it. I don't watch anything that I eat. I just eat. And my daughter, vegan since birth, she just eats. My wife, most of my family. But you can do it. You can do it. Like until we do it, and this is the crux of why I'm out here, we're just sending animals to slaughterhouses for nothing. And these guys have families too. They have eyes to see, noses to breathe. They have hearts. They love. They have organs to feel this beautiful world around them, and we take everything from them. And we don't even remember the meal we had last week. And that's their whole time horizon that we take. So you gave me taste, and you gave me kind of convenience, right? It's like the biggest things in nutrition. But I would ask yourself, are those reasons strong enough to kind of justify what we keep doing to them? What do you think?
I think I mean, obviously, 18 years of living, it's a big adjustment. So I'd have
Yeah.
to do some.
Yeah, look
thinking.
at me though. I was 30.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
42 right
fair
now.
enough, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 30 years. Just inundated with it all. You can find it. You can find it.
Yeah.
And the best part about being vegan is that you pair your actions with your values. Because when we're not vegan, our actions are in one place and our values are in another place. And when we go vegan, we equilibrate that. Just like that, we send it, full send.
I like that approach.
And the best part is the animals. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Yeah.
No, I got you. I want to say that I think that I believe that I live in a more privileged family, I guess.
Yeah.
And I know that one of the big things about veganism is that it has a stigma of being not very cost effective.
Yeah.
Where people who want to morally follow this kind of lifestyle, I guess, are hindered from doing that because they don't have the economic stability to
Yeah.
do so. So
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you had like any costs.
Yeah, two responses to that. Um, the first is like some of the cheapest foods on planet Earth are vegan by default, right? And if you go back to and track what I was saying with the fruits and vegetables, how every single one of them has that full essential amino acid profile. So beans and rice and pasta, these are all foods that we can consume and we can get nutrition from. And there are other cheap foods as well, but some of the poorest countries on earth have to be vegan because they're not privileged to have that meat. Because meat is an affluence. It's for people of affluence. The second thing I would say is that even if there was a 10%, say, premium or 20% premium, do you think that somebody else's life, and when I say somebody else's, I'm referring to the animal's life, is worth more than, say, your taste, pleasure, convenience?
No, I mean I wouldn't say so.
Right? And your heart, answered that question. And culture doesn't eclipse it, habit doesn't eclipse it, convenience doesn't eclipse it. But all these things are reasons that we use that make it easy because everyone's not vegan. Like literally 99% of people are not vegan. So I would say it's very possible for those people. If their why was really strong enough, they could do it. I mean, I don't spend that much money on food, probably less than a lot of my peers. And I got family, I got kids and stuff, and it's really not a formidable grocery bill. But you kind of open up a whole utopia of possibilities if you go vegan, and you feel better spiritually, physically, mentally. It's better for everybody, and the animals are the biggest that really, they love you. You save 100 a year when you're vegan on like the lowest basis. 100 animals, you remove your dollar from the culling of. So it's kind of not like you're saving them, but it's like you're preventing them to be brought into existence to just be killed for something that lasts a few minutes, But yeah, so that's what I would say. And I would ask you one tough question to finish it off. How many more animals would you say you would want to see go to slaughter for you before you go vegan? What's the number?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know that I can answer that.
Want to see?
But honestly,
zero, I
what does your
guess.
heart say?
I mean, yeah, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, zero, exactly. That's the only thing I want to drop and leave you with. It's just something to steep with. Can I give you guys cards?
Yes.
I got resources, and I hope, see, the thing is, it's the messaging is strong, and it sounds like, oh, I'm being whatever, but it's just calling a spade a spade. That's all this is. This whole dynamic that we're doing is calling a spade a spade. And we have to message like this because this is what is. Like, language is framed around capitalism. Like language is literally architected by control narratives. So we have to call a spade, but we can be nice and we can have this beautiful conversation. So I appreciate you guys having the guts to come over here, and you guys for listening peripherally. You can do it. Go vegan. The easiest thing to do in 2025.
Yeah, no, we have a friend. He's not here with us right now. He actually.
Yeah.
He's vegan.
We were
Oh,
just
cool.
having a conversation about how his whole family is.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And
you'll.
I was like, we should call him,
Yeah.
and then we decided to come over.
Right on.
So
What a
I was really
synchronicity.
hard.
That's a synchronicity, yeah. But yeah, check out the resources because there's tons on there and there's all kinds of fun stuff. There's a movie called Game Changers. Some of the biggest, fittest athletes on the planet, they're vegan. Nimai Delgado, IFBB Pro, Patrick Baboubian, World's Strongest Man back in 2020. I mean, they're vegan. You don't need anything special from an animal diet, nothing. And if somebody tells you otherwise, they don't have correct information. So I'll leave you with that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
What are
so
your
much.
names?
Emily.
Emily, I'm
Nice
Jimmy.
to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
I'm Daniel.
Daniel, nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to meet
Jimmy.
you, sure.
Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, I'll probably be out here for another 45 minutes. Just got a few people watching. Most are non-vegans, by the way. They're just kind of tuning in. So, we just kind of do this to spread these dynamics and these beautiful
No worries.
conversations far and wide. So,
All right, well, have
cool,
a good
guys.
rest of your
Yeah,
day.
you
Thank
too.
you. Thank
You
you
guys are
very much.
amazing. Absolutely. You guys have a great day.
I didn't want to sleep in there, Wait, can I ask you a quick question?
Please, please.
Where do you purchase your clothes from?
Okay, well, first thing I would say is, that it's kind of something that's off topic, because when we're talking like what we were just talking about, we were talking about sending the 80 to 90 billion land animals to their death every year. Now, when we're talking about sentience, now the clothes thing, this is kind of a peripheral thing that can be worked on later, but the bare minimum that we can do as human beings is remove our dollar from these systems like meat and cheese and milk and eggs.
Can you also remove your dollar from systems like?
Yes.
I mean, this is
Yes.
coming from someone who buys from fast fashion brands.
I got you.
Also remove your dollar from systems that perpetuate
Yes.
terrible working
Yes.
conditions and treat their workers
And we can do that. And what comes to mind are Buddha's last words. Buddha, before he died, he said, "Just do your best." And veganism is not perfection by any means. It's literally, the definition is the reduction of harm as far as practicable and possible. So of course, I try to do that myself, and I know I'm not perfect. Also, when I drive, I might run over bugs. That might happen too, because I know I'm not perfect. But the whole imperative of it all is the baseline, which is the bare minimum, which is taking the dollar out of those systems. That's the root of it all. And that's what kind of proliferates into what you're talking about. There's a great book called The World Peace Diet, written by Dr. Will Tuttle. And he articulates basically and amplifies and mentions what you just said, and how the eating of meat and consuming and buying of meat and cheese and milk have propagated and shored up systems like that and made them acceptable just because of our herding and might is right mentality. Because that's what the root is. It's the might is right.
And then unrelated, like, would you have lab grown meat or no?
Yeah, I some people would, and I think there's definitely an uptick in circumstance with lab-grown meat, of course, because you're taking the animal out of the equation for the most part. But you're still getting cholesterol, heterocyclic amines, TMAO, copious amounts of saturated fat, growth factors, hormones, cortisol. All this stuff is in meat, and you can't extrapolate those things. So what I like to say is a great transition is plant-based meat, because it's not actually lab-grown from some kind of playing God scenario. It's just plants ran through heating, cooling, and pressure. That's it. I love your inquisitive mind, and I appreciate the question.
No, thank you for your time.
Yeah, 100%. You guys have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Take care. Thanks. Beautiful day out. Hi guys. Okay, I gotta Jimmy dance first, but I gotta get the 50 likes first. I wonder if the Karens are gonna come out, because I was talking to people that are fairly young. Unbelievable. Once again, they came up to me wanting to ask questions. I can't help it if kids have more bravery and inquisitive minds than the adults sometimes. Oh God, here comes Matthew with the pro-life. Matthew, go vegan and we'll have the conversation. I am pro-life. I am not for taking sentient life. And I put myself in a position where this whole debacle never even has to involve me. That's how I live my life. So it's kind of a moot point anyway. And you're kind of deflecting, I mean, optically to feel better about your behavior. I mean, just take the meat and the cheese and the milk and the eggs out of your regimen. Then we can have a conversation. But really, there is no conversation. The line is sentience, my friend. That's the line. Hi, guys. Let's go, guys. Anyway, welcome everybody to the chat. Here, I'll flip it around real quick. Anyway, thanks for being here. I thought that was a good conversation. We got to ask, and we got to mention, we got to ask questions, the important ones. We got to leave them with the big one. How many more animals do you want to be killed for you before you go vegan? And we gotta posture with those strong messages while being friendly. And I think that's the rub. At least that's my rub. Right, that didn't sound right. That's my secret sauce. That doesn't sound right either. That's my technique. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, everybody like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, please. At 50 likes. Matthew, because we don't go by dogma. You're illuminating and you're tilting towards dogma. That's why the line is sentience. It is absolutely irresponsible to bring, on a general level, it is absolutely irresponsible to bring somebody into this world that does not want to come into this world, for starters. What's up, buddy? I mean, we should be minimizing our bringing kids into this world in general, just so they can come into the world and suffer and possibly die early. It's very irresponsible as human beings. How's it going, buddy? You want to try the questions? 3 questions? Come on, man. Friendly space.
I'm vegan every 2 out of 3 meals.
Shit, come on. Right on, right. It's good, but like the animal still doesn't care. You know, the one that has to get cold. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I'm all about that.
That's what it comes down to. I mean,
the factory stuff.
yeah, or just grass-fed. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, They're all going to the same slaughterhouse. Grass-fed, bunny rabbits, Kenny G, high welfare, doesn't matter. Um, so the only questions I ask people are, one, if they know what veganism is, and most people will tell me that it's food, and it's not. It has to do with a moral stance against. Um, and then the next one is, are they against animal abuse? And I would assume you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, right? I mean, I can actually finish the question for most of these people. But the tough one is, like, how do we reconcile that when we're paying for it 3 times a day? And essentially, kind of directly canceling out our values with the opposite action, That's what it is. It's our values and our actions, and there's a spread. But what's the biggest thing stopping you 100%? Did you like going vegan for those days?
No, I don't go vegan. I just
Meatless?
don't eat meat all the time.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I'll tell you, I've been vegan 12 years. I still eat meat. I still eat cheese. I still eat eggs, but I eat the vegan version of, and I get the bonus, which is the health bonus. I get the bonus, which is a huge bonus for the animals. We take them out of the equation. We just eat the plant-based version.
For a while, just because you learn more about food and what
Yeah.
you can do with it.
Oh my, exactly.
It makes you like a better.
Exactly.
I always wanted to be like, okay, if you trap me in a foreign country,
Yeah.
can you make something really good
Yeah.
with like
You really,
basic ingredients?
yeah, it's funny. I talk about this. This is one of the more fun parts about being vegan, because you recalibrate your taste buds a little bit, and then it opens up new horizons of food that you'll want to explore that you've never thought about. And you can work on seasoning and saucing and texturing those foods.
No, I'm on
And
your side. I tried to go gluten free for a while, then I figured out I was eating Israeli couscous, which is like a good type of wheat. But
oh, that's great. Yeah. I just had couscous today. Yeah.
I told people like, oh, I'm not drinking beer right now. They would look at me like an alien, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there's some cultural thing going on here where it's like, I'm on your side. It shouldn't be all one thing or the other. So
Yeah.
I'm about to go have some cheese fries.
Okay, well, we'll tell you what. Can I give you a card?
It might not be vegan, but it's not like
Yeah, we'll tell you what. I mean, I'll say one thing. Like,
died.
well, the thing.
The dairy.
Yes, can I articulate on one thing for you? So dairy can far eclipse meat as far as cruelty, and that has to do with the forcible impregnation factor. Yeah, the cows are forcibly impregnated every year for 3 years, basically raped against their will, hung upside down, throats slit when they're spent, and then that's their life, and that's what we pay for when we pay for dairy. So I have to full stop that. But I know you gotta leave. I want you to look at that if you can. All I have is resource and information, and you'll see conversations like this, a lot of them on my channel. My channel, I think, should be on there too.
Cool, man. Love the YouTube.
Yeah.
Good luck and keep up the good fight.
Thanks a lot, man. Well, think about it. Check out the card. I appreciate you. Have a great one. No, sorry. We got a full stop that dairy is not harmful thing. Whenever that comes up, full stop it, vegans. Full stop it. Let's see here. Back to our posturing. Let's see if we can get another conversation. What's going on, guys? I'm feeling pretty comfortable in this space now. Uh-oh. It's up to you guys. How's it going, guys? Just out here asking some questions today. If anybody's curious, stop by. Just critical thinking. That's it. Have a good one, guys. Got to respect the parents a bit too, but kind of pathetic that you can't allow them to come over here and talk. Matthew's like a little cloudy. He's a little cloudy. Forgive him. Matthew, let's focus on the animals, not different conversations. What's going on, guys? Doing some thought experiments today, if you want to try.
21 years.
Oh my, amazing. You got me beat. That's awesome. What made you go vegan?
Cancer.
Oh, and that's it. Health bonus, right? Huge health bonus.
I was vegetarian since 1972.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Then
What's going on, guys?
2004,
You guys can step up if you want.
I had
Yeah.
the diagnosis, so I went all the way.
Yeah, wow, that's
Never went
amazing.
back.
That's amazing.
Never
Thank
going
you.
back.
And you know who else thanks? The animals thank you too.
Yes, they do.
Big time. Big spiritual lift. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for being out here.
Absolutely. Multiple times a week.
Yourself or
I'm-
your partner?
I'm part of no organization, just doing it to campaign the awareness, because there's no awareness. Different channels of outreach, from TV to movies to radio, it's all suppressed. So we have social media now, and we can actually proliferate these conversations and get people thinking a little bit. So that's all I'm doing. If you want, do you want one of my cards?
Sure. Can you turn that off?
Well, yeah, I can turn it off. You don't have to be in it.
No, I mean for the next part of the conversation.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I can't really turn it off because I'm live, but you can tell me. But it's up to you.
It's okay.
You don't. But check out my card.
I don't want to advertise somebody else's thing.
Oh,
but I
God.
wanted to tell you about something.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a card.
Yeah. Let me know on there, maybe. Who knows? Well, take care, guys. Have a great day. Okay. What is Matthew? Why are you still in here, bruh? Oh, 60. If you are for humans, you are vegan as well. So, Matthew, if you're not vegan, you are voting for somebody that owns a slaughterhouse to. You're back.
That reason I went all the way vegan.
Oh yeah.
So that cancer was 21 years ago. No radiation, no chemo.
Welcome. Wow. Did you hear that, everybody? No radiation, no chemo. Cancer is equilibrated, like it's gone.
Well, I mean,
Or it's-
I did traditional and naturopathic therapy.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to do any of the extreme stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing. And look at you, you're vibrant, full of life, you look great.
Still here.
And what a beautiful time to be alive, right?
71.
Oh, amazing.
Still
Oh,
there.
amazing. Well, thank you for everything. Have a great day. What a beautiful human being. So let me go back to this, Matthew. If you are not vegan, you're voting for slaughterhouse workers to see this stuff day in, day out. You're voting for them to go crazy. You're voting for them to go home and beat their wives. Slaughterhouse workers are attributed to the highest levels of domestic violence nationally, at least U.S. And a lot of them commit suicide. A lot of them end up in the loony bin. So you really care for humans, bruh? Go vegan. Let's not tilt to dogma and magical thinking and Mr. Santa Claus in the sky. Okay, that's an excuse, and it's a small way to respond to something. Be real. What does your heart tell you? That's it. I'm done with him. All right, we're done with you, Matthew. You're free to leave. Doesn't eating plants harm the plants? Well, that's where sentience comes in, Eric. So, sentience is an emerging property of a nervous system and a brain. Plants have neither of those. And sentience allows for a subjective experience of life. Components of sentient beings are eyes to see, noses to breathe, hearts, brains to think. And plants have neither of these. How's it going, guys? You guys want to try the questions? A little critical thinking? Have a great day. Maybe we're going to start baiting with a few other things here. Well, Ras, here's the thing. I don't know if you caught the question that they asked me when they first came over the last group. When you are not vegan, you vote for direct animal exploitation, okay? When you are vegan, you do not vote for direct animal exploitation. Paying attention? Next fun fact is veganism is not perfection. Veganism is about doing the best you can. It is not about perfection. Have a great day, guys. Go vegan. Don't say your body, my choice. Have a good one, guys. So, with those two things being said, we have to get to the baseline before we can actually proliferate any change at all. 98% of farmers are not vegan. They do not care about animals. I can't even get you in the chat who's trolling, asking these ridiculous things like crop deaths and plants feel, that animals are worth more than sticks or rocks. So how can I convince a farmer if you can't even understand that? We need people to adopt more evolved, compassionate ways of thinking and acting, and go baseline vegan, which is the absolute least that we can do as human beings before we start tackling these systems. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Hi. Anyway, Jimmy, dance for us. What? Okay, tell you what. Oh, okay. I thought it was at. What is up with this? Okay. All right. Should I actually dance? Hang on. There's people walking around. Bye, guys. Restore for fields. Once again, Roz, you're not tracking anything I'm saying. And on a different level, it takes 8 times the plants to create this the same unit of energy that you would consume if you're just consuming the plants. So, go vegan. Kill 8 times less plants and incur 8 times less damage to the land. So there you go, bud. There's a full stop on your argument. Hi guys, how's it going, everybody? How are you? Not vegan yet. Most compassionate way to live. Good way to be an example too. I am, yes. That makes 0 sense, bro. Well, tell you what, after this live, take a look at it, rewind it, and slow it down. It'll make sense to you. A cow is a very inefficient biological machine. It takes in 8 units of energy. It only outputs 1. So if you can kind of pick up what I'm throwing down, you're destroying way more land if you're not vegan. Hi guys, how are you? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, what should I do when I hit 2K subs, guys? A backflip? What should I do when I hit 2K subs? Maybe I'll attempt a backflip. No, I don't think I should. That could be bad. I have to stay a functioning human. Maybe 50 push-ups? I don't know. Am I close, I wonder? I guess if it ticks to 2, then I'll be close. Seema's in here? Seema, are you in here? You would have loved my outreach yesterday. I did a lot more question asking. I think I have it up now too. You can check it out. We've actually had eat 2K carrots. Oh, how about 20 carrots? I'll do a live tonight where I eat 20 carrots in front of everybody because of the 2K subs. And I'll eat the big ones. How about that? Not the baby ones. Like, subscribe, follow me for more conversations, which we're going to have today, hopefully, and conversations like we've already had. 20 carrots, let's go. I hit 2,000 subs tonight. I eat 20 carrots. Well, I don't know if I should sign myself up for this. That's a lot of fiber. What's up, buddy? How's it going? That's a lot of fiber. But maybe we'll give it a shot. That happens, I'll do it. You have my word. I don't know. I'm starting to regret it already. But cooked carrots, Bob Jenkins. Dude, Bob Jenkins, the Bob Jenkins is in the house. My colleague and friend. What's going on, sir? We have a celebrity here, Bob Jenkins. Thank you for being here, sir. Relentless support from Bob Jenkins. Relentless. Through the time I started Activism, just a great support figure. Amazing guy in general. It's funny, I've actually had, for some reason, no one's gonna get this except for Bob Jenkins. For some reason, I've had the Fellweath theme in my head all day. The Fellweath theme. Nobody gets that. I know. But me and Bob get it. Oh, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. I love you, man. Oh my gosh. Matthew says, go pro-life. Be consistent. Matthew is bringing all of these politics and religion into the chat. So just ignore him. We're talking about the golden rule. That's it. How you doing? We're talking about the golden rule. We're not talking about politics and we're not talking about religion. We're talking about do unto others as you would want done to yourself. That's what you're doing, Matt. I've been vegetarian for 4 years and recently started eating beef again as I was seriously lacking in my diet. Vegan alternatives are just hyper-processed crap most of the time. So, M. Cooper, that's what they tell you. That's what the control narratives trickle down and feed to the masses. And what we don't want is for you to believe that and to take that as fact. I want you to question that. That whole word ultra processed, that whole word hyper processed only started surfacing after companies like Gardein, Impossible, and Beyond started selling products in threatening incumbent industries. That's when those words were just architected and created. They're not even words, they're just created by industry. And unfortunately, they have got to people's heads to where they're going around saying this stuff. And I know you're smart, I know you're intelligent. I want you to critically think and question that narrative of which you've been told. So, on a quick basis, you have to understand that animal meat is very processed as well. And on a holistic basis, it's much more processed than plant-based meat. If you're looking from the Genesis factor to the Revelation factor, from the birth, the rape, the rearing, the cull, the kill, all the pesticides the animals eat, the refining of the product, putting it in plastic, putting it in a warehouse, massive. And on a chemical basis, the actual ingredients of meat far eclipse that of plant-based meat by 10x. On that note, plant-based meat is simply 5 things: vitamins, lipids, proteins, water, and minerals, extrapolated from plants like faba beans, lentils, beans, and then ran through heating, cooling, and pressure, and end product ends up being a veggie patty. That's your process there. What's up, guys? You guys want to try the questions? A little critical thinking? All right, have a great day. That Brooks, plant-based meat, there sure is. And, I understand that we're never going to stop eating meat. I myself, I'm never going to stop eating meat. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I might cut down on frequency quite a bit, but we could change the way we look at meat. Like I said, meat is, in effect, 5 things: vitamins, minerals, lipids, protein, and water. So you take those from plants: pea protein, faba bean protein, mung bean protein, and then you run that plant material through heating, cooling, and pressure, and boom, you got a vegan patty, baby. How's it going, buddy? You want to try the questions? Little critical thing?
Close. I'm almost there.
Let's go. Think about the animals. They want 0.
I don't think of anything else, but I'm doing my best.
Yeah, awesome, man. Can you take a card?
Sure thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Here you go. I know you're en route somewhere.
I'm just making the rounds,
Here, I got a card with resources to help you.
Pumping on organic tobacco. How about that?
Oh, let's go! But yeah, that's a speech. And the other side has nutrition resources, taste resources, all kinds of stuff. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
I'll let you get on your way.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right, let's see what we got here. We are intercepting quite a bit of people here, which is great. Another dance for us. Lamentation from Clara, sorry. Oh man, I guess I have to do it, huh? What's going on, guys? How are you? What's going on, sir? You want to try the questions? A little critical thinking? All right, have a great day. I want to let you know, Clara, that full disclosure, there's a whole crowd of people on the other side. So if I dance, I may make a complete goof of myself. Should I still do it? Yeah. Dance, capital letters. Another space nut. Oh, thanks. Another space nut. You're awesome, man. This is my my 3rd day being out here, and you've been with me, I think, all 3 days, shoring me up with support. I appreciate you, and thanks again to the missus as well. That's awesome. All right, whatever. That's all I could do. That's all I could do right now. Everybody is looking at me. I need to stay here and hide, even though I'm on full display, making it even worse, like I'm head to head with the camera right now. That was better than my last one, right? What's going on, guys? Anyway, Everybody, like, subscribe, send me all those hearts. You know, let's go. How much time do I got left here? It's okay. I got about 20 minutes, and I'll have to head out. But that's 20 minutes of maybe getting some more conversations going. Oh shit. What's up, Johnny Vegan Seed? I guess. Hi, how you doing? You want to try the questions? Just putting the limelight on people today. That's it. Really simple. Okay. Have a good day. Yep. I don't know. I'm starting to get a little more vocal with the activism. We got to make people think, or else they won't know. You know, and it's a travesty. How you doing, guys? You guys want to try the questions? A little critical thinking. All right. Have a great day. Because if we don't get people to think, oh, this guy's talking smack about me, then nothing's going to change. We're going to just continue doing and following these orders from the control narratives. Hi, guys. How's it going? You guys want to try the questions? 3 quick questions?
No, thank you.
Really quick, could change your thoughts on things. Oh, okay, this man is stepping up. Okay, the first one is, have you heard or do you know what veganism is? Like, what do you think it is?
Not eating animals.
Yes, and that's part of it, but that's not it. And this is one thing I like to clear up. It's literally a moral stance. That's it. The second question
What's
is,
the moral stance?
we're against exploiting anybody that's sentient. So that goes for animals and that goes for humans, but animals are definitely in there. And it's not perfection. It's a reduction to the best as we can. It's not perfection.
And sentient to you means
Do you know what sentience is?
that they can think and express their thoughts.
Yes. So sentience is an emerging property of CNS in the brain, right?
Okay.
So we know plants don't have that, but we know animals have that. So a
Some,
subjective
yeah.
experience of the world. Yes, exactly. So it's essentially a removing our dollar from a system that is inherently violent and oppressive, and instead rechanneling it into systems that are more compassionate and benevolent.
That's an interesting way to go.
Yeah, I mean that's literally calling a spade a spade.
Okay.
That's the next question is: are you against animal abuse? Like your values?
Well, torturing an animal is one thing.
Yeah.
Killing it to eat it when you're hungry is another.
Do you think that we need anything nutritionally from an animal?
Yes,
Like what?
they've proven that make your brain smarter, you have to eat meat.
But what's the vitamin? What's the mineral?
I am not that much
If you're
of a
saying that,
scientist.
you gotta tell me.
No. But it has been proven that's why chimpanzees are smarter, because they ate meat when a lot of other animals don't.
Okay.
It makes your brain
I think there's a lot of
evolve.
speculation. Like myself,
I
I've been
don't think
vegan
so.
for 12 years. If you look
Well,
up
it doesn't
the
mean you're going to get dumber.
if you look up the largest health organizations on the planet, like are you familiar with the American Nutrition and Dietetic Organization? They register dietitians.
Okay.
Might be something to look up. So anytime you see a registered dietitian or a registered nutritionist, these are the guys they certify. So they lament on their website that a vegan diet is adequate for pregnancy and it's adequate for elderhood, and you will thrive and survive on it.
You can survive on it.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. So, but basically, I'll rein it back. Like the question is, if
But
we
I mean, if you believe in God, and
Let-
God put the sharp teeth in your mouth
okay,
to eat meat,
okay.
why?
Do you think that tooth right there could go out into a field and manually harvest a cow?
No, that's why we have hands.
Do you think you could harvest that cow with your hands and those teeth?
Yeah.
You could literally do that.
Yeah.
You're a better guy than me. I
To
could not
kill-
do
to
that.
kill an
You
animal
could
and
kill a
eat it?
cow and harvest it with those teeth right there.
Well, you'd end up using something else to kill it.
But it's not fair. It's got to be natural. We can't use anything else if we're going to paint this
well, to
hypothetical.
harvest it is to eat it.
Yeah, but first
in
you
my
have to.
opinion, to take it down,
Yeah.
you need something.
Well, I would argue
To
that.
take down a corn stalk, you need something.
But then we're going outside of natural, and we're going into kind of man-made and what technology has
And
given
that's
us.
what we're talking about with killing a cow or chopping down
Yeah.
a corn stalk.
Yeah,
You still need the knife to cut the stalk or to cut the throat.
right. But we can't really go that way if we're going to be fair and say this is how God made us. This is how we're going to do it naturally.
It's two things.
But that's not going to do it. That's not.
This-
You're not going to
this
take that
is-
little tooth. That's a
this is-
baby.
You wouldn't have these teeth if you just ate vegetables.
Well,
Look at
herbivores
a-
have the
look
same
at- look at a-
mouths. Carnivores will
No, they
actually
do
move
not.
like this.
No,
We
don't
move
have
like
the same
this.
teeth.
We have the same
Look at
teeth.
an elephant. Look at a cow. Look at herbivores.
I challenge
And
you.
They are all flat teeth.
Would you be open to being
answer
wrong
the
about
question.
this?
I can tell you what it is.
You need. I would challenge you to do a little more research.
Go ahead.
So there's a guy named Milton Mills. He's done books and studies and presentations on this, and he will educate you a little better in terms of spreading your
I need
wherewithal as far as
These
herbivores.
teeth are to cut corn.
Well,
and to
herbivores eat
cut-
plants. I mean, herbivores have these teeth and they eat plants. Some
But
of the
they don't
biggest land
have
mammals on
these
the.
teeth.
Well,
They have the big
they have
molars
teeth that are
and things.
actually more intense looking than ours. We have very
Some of 'em are
conservative
to
teeth.
Pull things off.
Very conservative. But we're getting off
and
topic.
release
We're getting off
things.
topic. If we don't need to do it, then why are we doing it as far as arbitrary means? Because we don't need to do this and don't need to continue this behavior as far as paying for systems of violence and rape and torture and stuff like that.
They don't rape the cow.
They do. They do. So
Sure.
I'll explain it to you. A farmer puts his hand inside the cow's anus, holds down its cervix, and then takes ejaculated bull semen. Now that
When
semen
when
is
they're
actually
fertilizing the cow.
so that what would you call that if
Well,
you
you
did
can
that
let the
forcibly to a human?
bull- You can let the bull do it,
That's not what happens in industry though.
but you can let the bull do it.
But that's not what we're talking about. You could, in a perfect utopian scenario, you could. But I mean, we can
I'm not
paint
talking about-
hypotheticals
I'm
all
not talking
day.
About where we
This is
are,
99%. 99%. This is how it
Uh,
happens. And they hold down the
I doubt
cervix.
if it's 99. It's probably 99 in the United States.
Well, and then they pump
But
the
like in
semen
other
in there.
countries, it's regular cows doing it with regular cows, and then they harvest.
I would challenge that too. I think you've got
Really?
a lot of information that's a little askewed.
I think so.
I'm an animal rights activist. I do this for that's just my MO.
So, you think that in Africa they're inseminating cows?
They absolutely are inseminated cows. This is how industry works. This is how money works, supply and demand. They're not going to go about letting them play a little Kenny G, maybe have a little violin, bring them together with a romantic dinner, and then say, hey, why don't you guys see if you like each other? We'll take 3 months, let you do it, and then we'll...
No, you introduce a bull to the cows when they're in heat.
Fact of the matter is, we're putting our hands inside others' private parts, holding down their
Wait,
cervix,
I
and
don't
pumping
hold the
ejaculated
cows-
bull
I
semen
don't
into
hold
their
the cows
vagina.
equally.
And the thing is, we pay for it when we're paying for dairy. That's
Are you
the...
recording this?
I am recording. I'm on YouTube Live. I'm not recording. We're literally live right now.
That's not fair to not tell him that.
I should have told you. Are you okay with that? As I'll
No,
take
it's
this
not.
right out of there.
I
I'll
don't, I don't,
It's not.
I don't care.
right off the
because
bat.
my
I should have told him.
stance
You're
is
absolutely
wrong.
right.
Yeah.
It is an animal.
Yeah, but I will take this.
It is
You have my
not-
word. I will take this off
A
of the
cow is
recording. I
not
just
a
basically put up
sentient
dialogues.
being.
Well, a cow is a
In my
sentient
mind.
being.
And a duck is not a
This is the thing,
sentient
guys. We
being.
have to grow up and we have to be adults. Because when we're paying for
We're
these
not even
systems,
nice to humans.
exactly. So we have to start with those that are weaker
You see
and
those
those that are more
commercials?
vulnerable.
Oh, save these dogs! They're starving to death.
Tell you what,
Why
here.
don't
So
they
I'm not.
save children?
Just take it off.
It's not. Yeah, here.
No, that's the same thing. Why would you censor my stuff?
Well, you don't want. You said you don't want to. She doesn't want you to be on camera.
You don't want to be on YouTube. You don't
I
want to
don't
be.
give a shit.
Oh, there we go. All right, come
That's
right
why
back.
I'm talking.
Come right.
Well,
If I cared, I would walk
Yeah,
away.
and I
I'm
appreciate the
enjoying
bravery.
the discussion.
He actually,
I will look up one or two of these.
and
things.
you actually stepped up
But I've
to
never heard anybody say that these teeth are made doing
for plants. Oh, but they are. I'm telling
I'll
you.
look up
So I.
American Dental Association.
No, don't look up them because that's
Well,
via
just-
that's from a control narrative. Don't look up any of these government associations. You need to look for
wait.
non-sponsored
If
information.
you find one person that agrees with your view, that doesn't make it right.
It doesn't have to do with the view. This is an ethos. This is about the animals.
If
It's an objective
one
fact.
guy leading a group who has an ethos of it. It's still
It's
one
not
guy's
dogma,
opinion,
but it's the golden
and
rule.
it is not
Do you believe in the golden rule?
best to treat others as you want to be
Exactly.
treated.
You believe in that,
A
right?
cow is not an other.
Well, that's where you're wrong. That's
Well,
where
then
we have an impasse.
we
Because
have to
if you're going to
disagree.
carry that same mentality into the world, then you'll be for racism, you'll be for slavery, you'll be
No,
for all
no,
these
no, no.
things. It's
No,
the might is
no,
right. It's might
racism
is right.
Humans.
Might is right.
No.
You're
that's
exacting it
racist.
onto
You're
little.
stretching this out. You're making it.
I'm not.
twisting it
I'm
to
calling
what
a
you
spade a
like.
spade, and that's see.
No.
Language has been
You're
architected
calling
by
a
control
cow a
narratives.
black man.
Language has been architected
No.
by control narratives, and you've bought
I
it.
understand. the
You're
control
drinking
narrative,
the Kool-Aid.
But you're twisting it to your own means.
Well,
It's fine.
I appreciate you coming over, sir. I do appreciate you coming over, ma'am. I appreciate you as well. But this is how we change is conversations like this. This is how we change. This is the only way. Say again? My name? So I have a card actually. I got one better. Here. That's got a speech on it too. Yeah. I appreciate you guys.
Those your glasses?
Oh, not mine, no. So these are the kind of conversations we'll be having out here, and these are the kind of conversations we have when we're out here. They get contentious, but that's the nature of change. And if we can't face that, then we're going to keep on keeping on with our current status quo and stuff like that. That guy was exhausting. That was hilarious, though. He doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, I do. Racism. Ras, you're upside down. Thanks, God. So the message is, why aren't you vegan yet for the chat? And it is not vegan yet, 3 quick questions for the public walkers by. So that's the kind of dynamic we're trying to exact here. Hi, guys. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try the questions? A little critical thinking? Okay, have a good day. See, that's where we're going to have a problem, is convincing people that animals are worth more than rocks. Convincing people that animals are worth more than rocks or sticks. Like, that guy does not consider an animal an other. But he will agree that animals have noses to breathe, eyes to see, hearts to feel. He did agree to that, I believe. And if you agree with that, then you're vegan at heart. You just need to exact your actions in the right way. How's this sound, guys? Matthew, you're still in here? I must have like a degree of watch factor if you're still in here, dude. You don't have to stay, man. I mean, unless you want to, I hope you consider going vegan. Johnny Vegan say, I bet that guy cares about dogs. I bet you he does. I bet you he does, Johnny Vegan Seed. Yeah, what's up with old people? The older people are the dangerous ones because they're not going to change. And they're going to keep us held back because of these ridiculous, set in their ways systems that they're not going to concede. Like, they're dangerous. Like, it's funny, Johnny, I think one time, one of the chats, you said, I would like a old guy if he's wise and vegan and amazing, but not these crazy boomers that are just set in their ways. You said something like that. I can't remember when it was, but I just laughed. I was like, so true. Like, when I was young, I used to look up to the elderly people. Like, they're so wise. They've been on this earth for so long. And then you wake up one day and realize that you've been duped to think like that. It's crazy. He should just eat a steak, Clara. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, we'll eat a vegan steak a little bit later. We've got about 7 more minutes, guys, and I'll be taking off. I got to go get someone. How you doing, sir? Do you want to try the questions? Oh, that doesn't hurt, right? Something to do.
Yeah.
So I guess it says not vegan yet. 3 quick questions. The first question I ask is, do you know what veganism is? Like, what would you call it?
Well, I followed a vegan diet for about 3 years, probably 10 years ago.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Dr. Neil,
Oh, by the way,
Neil
Neil Bernard, who I've met. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I took his class.
Okay, gotcha. Wow, I think I remember the name of it too, because I was interested in that class. By the way,
He still has a place, the Barnard Medical
yeah, in
Center
DC.
In DC.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm interested in getting him for an interview.
Man, you got to.
Yeah, he's a very knowledgeable person, and
Incredible.
he's just a steward and a guardian of the animals and a guardian of people's health, which is like the huge bonus to veganism.
Yeah.
Like, people, like, my first question about veganism is, what is veganism? And most people think it's a diet or about food, but when it comes down to it, it's just a moral ethos. It's a stance, and it's a saying no to something that our heart is against in general.
Yeah.
My second question usually is, are you against animal abuse? I mean, it's a simple question. Right?
Honestly, from a just eating perspective,
Yeah,
I grew up on all kinds of meats.
me too,
So
yeah.
my stance to be a vegan had nothing to do with animals.
Yeah, it was health
It was
related.
health-
Yeah.
absolutely health
Testament to the
Testament.
potency of the health argument too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, underneath these systems is what we worry about, is these wheels that are turning. And we're so divided from it, because I'll go in over there and I'll give $1 to somebody, and it will look like a very subtle happening. Here's $1, thank you very much, here's your product. But then we go a few levels deeper underground to see what that sparks. And it literally sparks in terms of dairy, a cow being forcibly impregnated to produce a child who will be taken away from her and then have their throat slit after a fifth of their time horizon. And that's the system that we're saying, yes, reward the person doing this with money. That's the concern, and that's why I try to bring awareness to people with little initiatives and campaigns like this.
Gosh,
Um,
I absolutely understand your stance.
Yeah,
My choice of being vegan had nothing to do with that.
I know.
Strictly protecting my health, not the animal.
Yeah. But you care about animals, right?
I love animals.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
God that He put animals on earth, and some
Yeah.
He put on earth to be meat for us to eat.
They do say that, and
That's
that
in the
is the
Bible.
posturing, yeah. But I would say if Jesus was here in 2025,
Mhm.
and there was a choice that he had to be vegan or not to be vegan,
Mhm.
which one do you think he would do?
I'd say he was a fisherman.
Okay,
and so
but
I would-
2025, like now, since we
Yeah.
don't need it for anything nutritionally,
Well, I don't know what his choice would be. I can't.
probably
speak
that
for
of
him.
compassion, I would presume.
I won't presume that. I just
Yeah,
know that
not
during
compassion.
his time on this earth, he
Yeah.
didn't the disciples, they ate fish.
Yes.
They had like a fish. I don't
Yeah.
want to call it a fish fry. It's more like a fish
Yeah.
bake or grill.
Yeah.
But that's absolutely not
Yeah.
my stance on being vegan. At
Yeah.
all,
I mean,
all.
that's-
So
and
I'm
it-
not going to be a proponent of that or
Yeah.
oppose those who do it.
It's basically defending those that are weaker than you. And if you're not vegan, you are saying
When
you
say
should not
weaker,
defend those that are
what do
weaker
you
than you.
mean weaker?
Well, they're sentient beings. So would you agree that they have eyes to see and noses to breathe, maybe brains to think, maybe hearts, maybe families?
Yeah, anyone would say yes to that.
I would say like they're like us in all the ways that matter. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill
Yeah.
a human being for food or anything
Yeah.
like that.
And animals have all these things, right?
Right.
They have subjective experiences of
Yes.
their lives.
Okay.
So in 2025, like if Jesus was here, I think he would extend his compassion to sentient beings because he created them with all those things. If
That's your point of view.
well, it's pretty factual. I think it's pretty fact. I think you would agree if
Well,
you're.
I wouldn't agree
Oh, that's disingenuous. I know you would agree
with
with
that.
it.
That's your stance. But what did the disciples feed on? He was a fisherman. They
Yeah,
ate
but
fish.
that's historical context. I know, but it doesn't mean anything right
Where
now.
are we? We're close to the bay. We eating fish.
I
here.
know. It's
So
tough.
you and I probably not going to agree. I wouldn't
I get
be
it.
a good candidate for what
Yeah.
you're trying to do.
Well, you've already engaged in conversation, so I appreciate.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll think about it. That's all I can
Hey,
do.
I've thought about it for the last
Yeah.
23 years.
But it's
I
also.
work with Dr.
it-
Bernard, and so
yeah.
my stance isn't going to change, but I am not against those who follow that dietary lifestyle. More power to them.
Yeah, but if they're paying for systems of violence, you don't like that, do you?
I'm not going to debate this matter with you.
It's contentious for a reason. It's an elephant in the room, and that's what I'm trying to bring out.
I'm using my own body
Yeah.
as a grade and judge of how I go forward.
Yeah.
So I've been there, done that, did that for
Yeah.
about 12 years. I saw some of the benefits. I saw some of the things that I had a challenge with as having
Yeah.
followed that.
Yeah.
Dr. Bernard was not against eating fish.
Yeah.
But there's some other things that he ate that I know my body didn't assimilate very well.
Yeah.
So
I have a,
nobody needs to be the judge of this.
Yeah. Well, we have to just determine what's right and wrong and make our own decisions and not
Or-
follow
or
orders. Because
just-
a lot of us are following orders from control narratives. That's why we keep eating meat, cheese,
We're
milk, and
following
eggs.
orders from where?
Control narratives. Like,
Okay, I'm not
ba-
going to debate you on any of that.
you don't have to, but I just want you to think about it
I've
because
thought
it's
about-
it's not fair to you to not be vegan. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Don't just lock people in. They're going to walk away like
Well, these are the conversations we'll be having. Okay, that's the best way to do it, guys. So be friendly, be nice, keep the messaging strong. Hi, guys. How's it going? You guys want to try the questions?
Not a vegan yet.
Oh, it's just critical thinking. That's it. Basically, I ask people 3 questions.
Okay.
I ask them if they know what veganism is, if they've heard about it.
Okay.
By the way, you're kind of on my YouTube live. I tell people that. Are you okay with that?
Hello.
What would you guys say your definition of veganism is?
And we're speaking of being a vegan.
Yeah.
No meat.
Yeah.
no
Okay.
flesh,
Yeah. Food, meat, cheese, milk, eggs.
anything
Basically.
coming
Yeah.
from an animal.
Yeah. So that's like the general consensus, right? But what I like to amplify on is that it's a bit deeper than that. It's essentially this like stance that you take against violence, and it's a stance you take against oppression, and you do it with the only vote that really matters, the monetary vote, the vote that you can do 3 times a day, and it gets counted every single time. So My second question is usually, are you people that are against animal abuse?
Yes.
Yeah, like your heart, like reflexively, yes, right? So it easily kind of relates to the next one. Well, how can we be against something when we're paying for it 3 times a day? Like, how is that logical? What do you think about that?
Well, I understand the question,
Yeah,
and it makes perfect sense.
yeah, yeah.
And
And it's a tough question, and I'm
it,
not trying to
it,
catch you out because I was not vegan for
it,
30 years.
it relates right back to sometimes just born into circumstances
Yes.
and customs
Yes.
and just not changing.
Yeah, yeah. Habit, taste, convenience, and culture.
And it's just what you're used to.
Yes.
And when you know better, you're supposed to do better. But
Right? And that's the whole MO of my operation.
But if it was
what
that
you
easy,
just said.
everyone would do it.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you a hard question. Do you think those things, habit, taste, convenience, and culture, are more important than taking or not taking somebody's life for a meal that we won't remember in a week?
It's not. But
Yeah.
that's just how convenient and
Yeah.
spoiled and
Yeah. Yep.
set in our ways and easy to go with
Yeah.
and to change type of thing that most of us all live
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the 99% of the world's not vegan, and underneath it is this big monetary engine that's just siphoning off of the 99%
Yeah.
and is counting on these systems to just keep going.
Right.
And another angle I like to say and like to tilt it to is that going vegan is also very good, like spiritually and for your health as well. Because when we're voting for these things, we're saying, I'm someone that believes in rewarding this guy with money for doing this to this individual. And in 2025, we can extend the word individual to sentient creatures. We don't have to just isolate it to human animals. We can extend it to non-human animals because we're both animals. So I would ask you guys, what's the biggest thing that would stop you from going vegan?
Well, I can tell you it's not a real big thing about stopping,
Yeah.
because he'll tell you sometimes I get turned off
Yeah.
and disgusted with the meat.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Especially if I see it in the grocery store or somewhere and it's just not right, or
Yeah.
seeing the things that's been done to the food
Right?
and
Yeah.
to the animals.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see,
Which is blocked from our purview.
and it's just,
Yeah.
but you see it and it's just a reminder.
Yeah.
But
It's-
not only that, it touches other places when you see the actual act.
Yeah.
But then, so I'll stop and I'll go vegetarian for a while.
Yeah.
I'll eat
Yeah.
all plant-based products.
Yeah.
And he hates it, but it tastes good.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I-
I think we're just creatures of habit,
Yes.
but we can change.
Yes.
It just takes
I think your intuition is kind of what communicates with you when you see things in that way.
Absolutely.
Just like when you're driving down the road and say you see roadkill, like you
Yeah.
don't get hungry. You know what I mean? That's the last thing on your mind. But we take this patty
Right.
and we season, we sauce, we texture it, we stack it up with all the veggies in the world. We do all these things to it where it's a completely not its bare self,
Yeah.
and that's what's delicious. So nowadays, and I realize people are never going to stop eating meat, and I'm never going to stop eating meat. But we can change the way we look at meat. We can start adopting plant-based meat alternatives that taste the exact same, that don't have cholesterol, that don't have IGF-1, that don't have hormones, heterocyclic amines, TMAO, all this stuff that's in meat. And we can be healthier. And I challenge you to try the Beyond or the Impossible or the Gardein brands. I think all of those are the top brands.
That's what we do, Impossible.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We used to do Boca, but
Yeah, my dad does Boca, but my dad's not vegan, but he likes the Boca. He thinks they're like the best. Veggies, yep, yeah. Well, I would just challenge you moving forward to think about that and those questions, because before we go vegan, we're literally we keep sending these girls and guys off to the slaughtermen, where they have to look up with their helpless eyes and he's going to come down and there will be no mercy. And that's not the change we want to see in the world, Can I give you guys cards? Like, would you look it up? If I just got resources, like you might find some nutrition resources here.
Okay.
Challenge 22 will hook you up with a free nutritionist. And then there's a speech on the back by a guy named Gary Urofsky. And there's other resources too. And my channel's on there, Vegan Sign Guy. That's my channel name. Vegan Sign Guy, yep. Nice to meet you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for stopping. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to take off here. 4:08, okay. Guys, thanks for being here. I actually got to hustle to get back to my car, and I got to pick up Mini-Me. So I'll catch you guys in the next chat. And all my vegan friends, thanks for being here. Everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, Clara. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Lewis. Thanks, God. I want to thank God. I want to thank the Academy. You know, all my good friends that are in here that I forgot to mention. You guys are amazing. And looks like I'll be taking a little break on outreach, maybe until Sunday night. But Sunday we'll be doing some night activism in the city. Sooner than later, we'll be hitting DC up, and I plan on doing some right outside the White House, Washington Monument, and I'll keep you posted on that. Oh, Johnny Vegancy, nice to see you too today as well. All right, guys, have a great day. Go vegan.